But right now, it's time for the most motivational segment in all of sports. Also a time where we read some viewer mail. Haven't seen Christina in a long time since she's on the OT. How's Christina doing, Danny? I had to go to the post office myself and get this mail.
Early, too. Doesn't open till 9. We're on the air at 10.
They leave the sack of mail outside for me.
They do?
Yes.
Wow.
It says,
Wow.
Dear Wildes, love the show. Any update on Brew's new character he tried to debut, somewhat successfully? Mr. Gritty.
Oh.
Thanks, Dawn and Don. Well, thanks for writing again. So this is the original Mr. Gritty. We're so C4 Cotona.
That's right.
So you know the artist.
I do. I stole his name. But he's all with it. He's cool with it.
He was cool with it. So shout out to C4 Crotone. Am I pronouncing
C4 Crotone.
C4 Crotone is the original Mr. Gritty, but he has.
But he's letting me.
He basically
that's my
licensed.
man. Yeah, that's my man.
He's letting hip hop
letting
use
me
a sample, so
take
Brew
it.
is licensed Mr. Gritty.
Yeah.
There can be two Mr.
I
Gritties.
thought you were going to be in the video.
Well, maybe
The next
time.
video,
Okay.
definitely. So, time now for the Bud List, hosted by
Just
Mr.
another
Gritty.
character in the Bruniverse, right?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Now look, this could have easily changed when we found out the LaMelo ball trade, because he would be #1 on the Bud List without question, but I went with the list I had before the trade broke. But number 3, somewhat similar LaMelo, Trae Young. Now, first of all, congratulations, Trae, on the 4-year, $212 million extension. And when you look at your accolades and your numbers, you would have to say you definitely deserve that. 4-time All-Star, 3 times you've averaged 10 or more assists in a season. 1 time you led the league with 11.5 assists a game. And Nick, check this out. This is the list of players who have averaged 25 points and 9 assists for their career. Look at that.
I have breaking news, bro. I now no longer care about that. Up until this moment, you've been like 25 and 9. Be like, that's awesome. And now I'm like totally meaningless.
That is impressive. Yeah. All right. So like I said, the numbers and the accolades are great. And you led a team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Played well, actually silenced the crowd in Madison Square Garden being a villain. So you have done some things, but since then, that was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Since you made the Eastern Conference Finals, your reputation has become at that of a guy that puts up big numbers, but doesn't play winning basketball a la LaMelo Ball. So now is the time for you to change that, Trae. Like LaMelo, I keep bringing up LaMelo, you do have the ability. You have the skill. You obviously can score. You're a great passer. And now you have a team around you, potentially. Anthony Davis is there for now. You got the #1 pick, AJ DeBonsa. Alex Sarr has shown some promise as a 7-foot center. There's a lot to work with there in Washington. So now you just have to change your mindset. You can still be a big scorer, but run the team, be more efficient, be engaged defensively, be a leader, get the ball to your scorers, not as a second thought, but primarily. And if you do all of that, you can change your image to where it matches your statistical production. And I think your sky would be the limit for you as far as that. So,
Time out. So what do you mean by sky is the limit?
I mean, you could just be an all-star player. I don't mean.
That's not necessarily
maybe sky's the limit was a little high. But you can definitely achieve more than you have thus far.
Okay.
Also,
Trae got game. He just needs to play winning basketball.
Shout out to our great producers for finding the rarely seen Trae Young in a Wizards jersey highlights.
Well,
I didn't
you only
know.
had
I
5
think we
games
just had all of
to
them.
I thought it was
choose from.
AI.
I thought we just
You only had 5
Yeah.
games to choose from. But Trae, I believe
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah, sure. Sky's the limit.
It's Nick doesn't believe. All right, number 2, Austin Reaves. Again, congratulations on your 4-year, $185 million
Take it down.
contract.
Who did that?
Dusty. You know I don't.
Get a cardboard
when you
box,
see
put your
it,
stuff in it, and go home.
I Reaves, yeah, that's Dusty. But anyway, look, great story. I mean, literal rags to riches. You know how many points he averaged as a freshman at Wichita State?
How many?
4.
4. You know how many he averaged as a sophomore?
7.
8. Damn.
Close.
Transferred to Oklahoma and
17
actually
days.
played well. Averaged 18 as a senior, but still was undrafted. All right, so you go to the Lakers, you come off the bench your first 3 years, and now here you are, a star who has been co-signed by none other than the great LeBron James. Yeah. So congratulations, Austin, on going from rags to riches, but here's the deal. That's over.
Oh.
That's over. The little engine that could story is over. All right, now you are a max guy. And the Lakers fans want max production.
That's right.
So being a turnstile on defense, disappearing, or just being woefully inefficient in the playoffs will not cut it anymore.
Man,
so you have got
fair.
to step it up. I mean, celebrate this contract. I don't want to pour cold water on it. But know that the pressure now is on. And in LA, they play for one thing: championships. You got a number 1 in Luka. You have to be the number 2. Austin, I like your game. Good luck. All right, at number 1, we go to soccer.
Oh, great.
Christian Pulisic. It's time to join the party. It's been a big party so far. Team USA playing better than anyone outside of them perhaps expected, making people in America believe they can do something special. They may break our record for most goals scored in the group stage. They may break our record, likely will break our record, for most wins in the World Cup with 3. And we've done all of that without you. Essentially, you played the first half of the first game. Now it is time for you to join the party, because imagine how high the vibes will be, how high the potential will be if our best player comes and is 100%. So go out there today, presumably, play your, I don't know what it'll be, 15, 20, 30 minutes. Get yourself in a rhythm, get yourself in a flow, and be ready for the knockout stage so that we can go ahead and do something special this year's Team USA. Christian, I do believe in you.
Excellent. I mean, what did you think, Coach?
Oh my God, it's a roller coaster ride.
Up and down.
It was, because I was, for a while there, I thought we were just going to go basketball, and we're closer to football than we are to basketball. And basketball's essentially over, but we concentrate on it, and then you throw in the soccer at the end, and it's just like it just ties it in such a
you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah,
it's so good.
So I'm gonna look. I'll try to add on. It's gonna be hard, but for me, it's about Buffalo, and it's about.
Love it.
I initially was just gonna be the big 3, the owner, the GM, the head coach, but I'm gonna throw Josh Allen in there too. And this is a great time of year in the NFL. Everybody's on vacation. They're spending time with their family. It's the best. It's usually relaxed. But they can't really relax in Buffalo right now. They just opened up the stadium, and we saw how exciting that was. They've had all those fun breath of fresh air activities, so the vibe is different.
Tug of war.
The music's popping there.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a little obscene, but it's good. That's really cool. So they've got all those great things happening, but it's Super Bowl or bust. It's really Super Bowl and bust, and they're all part of that decision. And I look back historically, and it really hasn't happened that many times where a head coach has been fired after going to the playoffs, and then the next person in wins the Super Bowl. So they got to look more like or hope for the Fox to Kubiak situation in Denver, where they did win a Super Bowl, or the Gruden to Dungy situation. Yeah. Now that was really interesting because he wins the Super Bowl after going there, and Callahan, who took over in Oakland at the time, he took the team to the Super Bowl. So that's a situation where both new coaches were able to do something good. And then Caldwell for Dungy as well. He was able to go to the Super Bowl, but they lost. So there's a long list of transitions, somewhere between 20 or 30, depending on how you want to look at, what was better the next season. but it's not a big group that's actually been successful in achieving that goal. And you make those emotional, quick decisions based off a few tears in the locker room, you better be right.
All right.
Excellent job. Well, it's 11:15 on a Thursday. It's time now for one of his favorite segments. I'm glad you guys are here for this. It's called the Sports Media Ombudsman.
Indeed it is. And I think the sports media in general has done an excellent job, Fox and elsewhere, covering this World Cup. It's been hard not to get caught up in the excitement of it. The only drawback, if you will, to how good each of the games, every day there's been crazy stories, whether it's Messi's hat trick or Vinny Jr. yesterday, Willie or won't he, Cristiano Ronaldo, everything going on with Team USA. I don't think we have shined quite enough of a spotlight on what is about to unfold in the couple weeks ahead.
Yeah.
So once the knockout round begins, between the start of the knockout round and the semifinals, there will be 28 games played. And I just want to give you guys a quick little preview of what 10 of them either will be or potentially will be.
This is a great Sports Media Ombudsman.
In chronological order. So let's go to June 29th. That's right around the corner. What are we going to have there? Oh, in a round of 32 in Monterrey, Morocco and Netherlands. 2 top 10 teams playing in the round of 32. Couple days later, July 1st, what do we have on deck? Oh, the U.S. men's national team in its first knockout round game against Bosnia from San Francisco. Couple days after that, my sister's birthday, shout out Joe, July 3rd in Kansas City. Portugal against Ghana or Croatia, back-to-back semifinalists. More on Kansas City and Portugal in a bit. The day after, not my sister's birthday, America's birthday. How about Germany, France in the round of 16?
Ooh.
It could be a absolute
I might
final.
go to that game on July in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia on the 4th of July.
Oh, wow.
What could be more patriotic than, I guess, rooting against both of these teams? However.
So do we need to watch American Revolution and see how France helped us?
Okay, well, it's Statue of Liberty. All right, that's 4th of July. What about the next day? How about a couple games? Brazil-Norway.
Unbelievable.
And then that's from right here in New York.
I would be scared if
Later that day, what about Mexico-England from Mexico City? Mexico trying to finally make the quarters. England trying to finally actually win another World Cup for the first time in 60 years. What about the day after that, July 6th? The U.S. against any of those 3 teams in that will be the biggest soccer game played for this country in almost 25 years, since the quarterfinals in 2002 against South Korea, Egypt, or Belgium. And I could list a few other, like I said, there's 28 games.
Draw.
Just 2 more quickly. July 10th, a few days after that, if we win. What about in LA to get to the first semifinals since Bruce's favorite 1930 tournament, which should not count?
We were
Taking on Lamine Yamal in Spain.
awesome.
And then flying off the high of that, the very next day, what we have, Brazil, England,
Ooh, England
from
got
Miami?
Through, England got through Mexico.
and then they did.
Okay.
And then in Kansas City on July 11th.
This would be an all-time
Argentina,
game.
Portugal.
Yeah.
And that is all pre-semis. And I've left out some
What
other
time
stuff.
is that game?
4? What time is that game?
Yeah, what time is that game? Do you know?
No way to
9?
tell.
Well, I got to get out.
No way to tell.
It's an all-time. It's a bucket list game. I won't be here.
You're going to Kansas City?
I'll be on
We
Zoom.
haven't been in 2026. We go
I know.
every year.
And I hate to say we're not going to go for the next few
We
years.
used to, yeah. It's been a while. Who knows when we'll get back?
I'll go for the game. I was talking about the Royals. Maybe the Chiefs will do well. I don't know. Wide receiver group doesn't look very well. I am putting Jaylen Brown on the bud list. That was an excellent sports media ombudsman. Jaylen Brown, I too am guilty of this, so I'm not going to give you any suggestions that I myself haven't taken. I'm guilty of the overcorrection. Criticized by my wife. Oh, why don't you, clean up the living room? And I'm like, oh, okay, you think I can clean up the living room? And the next day I'm like painting the walls. So like, you're doing too much. Jaylen Brown, after the season was over, took to Twitch streams.
Yeah.
Said, you know what? Heck, I averaged 29 points, one of the best years. We were supposed to be a lost year. We were supposed to be like the Pacers and just in the lottery. And I led us to the 2 seed, and we didn't do great in the playoffs. But heck, this was my favorite year of my career.
just being honest, volunteering too much, and everybody killed him for it. It's like, what the heck? It's my Twitch stream. I'm supposed to be honest. So he's like, okay, I'll overcorrect. My name's in all these trade rumors with Giannis, and now I'm still supposedly, Brad Stevens might trade me. Here's what I'm gonna write on Twitter. I love cats. What does it mean? Nobody knows. He's decided to go the whole other direction, and he's made a little mystery for us. Is he talking about the Charlotte Bobcats? They don't exist anymore. Either they became the Pelicans, maybe, or is that true? They become the Pelicans, or they became the Hornets?
No way
they
to
moved
tell.
around a little bit. Maybe he's going to New Orleans. Maybe he's going. Here's another one. Then the people are researching. Oh, are there any mascots that are cats? Well, of course there are. Timberwolves are actually the canine species, the wolves.
Good call, damn.
There is a cat out in Portland. Yes, Blaze the Trail Cat, and a mascot I didn't know it existed. It might be my favorite, Douglas Fir.
Feels like a reach.
Well, again, that's
like
a little
a
bit of the point. Denver's mascot is a mountain lion, which is in the feline family.
That's what I was thinking.
That would
when I
be
said
great.
Timberwolf. I was thinking of mountain lion.
You're thinking of mountain lions, or
I'd love him in Denver.
Well, he's probably going there.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
why he
I love
tweeted, "I love cats." Also, Karl Anthony Town gifts are underneath there. Karl Anthony, huh? What the heck?
Oh.
Joining the Knicks, perhaps. But Jaylen Brown, happy medium, of course. Don't volunteer too much. Say it's your favorite year immediately after being knocked out of the playoffs. Don't necessarily go with just "I love cats." And that concludes the bundles.